The ball inside their 5-yard line, Sam Darnold drops back and they're down 8. They're not totally out of it. There's still a puncher's chance to somehow tie this game. But he goes down in the end zone for a safety, and it turns out that he was pulled down by the face mask. And Trey Blake is looking right at this scene. There's a picture about it. Even LASIK roasts him for it because he didn't see the face mask, which is odd because Sam Darnold's head and neck turn to the left. And in that motion, that's pretty clear that even if you grab like the shoulder pad, your neck and head isn't going to turn that direction, right? That's just not how a human body functions. But yet again, refs blow a call, and the only thing I can think about is if the NFL expands replay. I've been on this consistently, and this is not even just for the NFL, it's for all sports, but let's just focus at the task at hand with the NFL. I understand refs have 7,000 things to worry about. They have to worry about holding calls, they have to worry about the offensive lineman or the offense being set. They have to look for so many little things. But that is a pretty blatant miss right there, and fine, you can criticize the refs. That is still a blatant thing to miss right there. And what I think that we need to see across all sports is that players and coaches need to be allowed to criticize referees, and also have the referees come game in and game out talking to the media. What were these calls? What was the justification behind these calls? Allow some clarity to the fans, the consumer. Because when players criticize refs, and even coaches do as well, they get massive fines coming in through the mail. And if you're bad at your job, you should be criticized for it. I criticize players on your end. I criticize coaches and decisions they make. Why are sports leagues protecting referees? They're not above them. Yes, they're somewhat of a reflection of that specific league, but if you're thinking about accountability, we need to allow that to be on the center focus. We need refs to be held accountable, allowed to be criticized by players or coaches or whatever team staff at that point. The other thing is penalties. I understand pass interference, holding, that happens on every play, and that, unfortunately, that can of worms was opened back when the Saints missed a PI call in the 2018 NFC Championship game against these very same LA Rams, and that led to coaches' challenges being allowed in the 2019 season, and that was a mess, not well handled. Well, face masks are pretty obvious. You look for the head turn, and that's something where I think that's clear, undisputed evidence that we can use for replay. If we expand replay for holding and PI, we can see that opens up Pandora's box. Well, the personal foul, especially on the quarterback who we are so prioritized in protecting, we should look at face masks as a indisputable penalty that can be reviewed, challenged, because the classic phrase is that if I can see it at home, the refs should be able to have that at their disposal too, because like we said, refs can miss things, that's fine, they're human. Well, what's the point of this technology if we don't use it to its fullest? So the league, one, needs to allow players and coaching staff to criticize refs. That's one thing I have been strong on personally. But at a minimum, you have this technology, use it to its fullest, man. Like, come on here.